I was planning to give a gift to the girl I secretly liked, but the school bully, who envied me, snatched it away and tossed it onto the frozen lake. Swallowing my humiliation, I bent down to pick up the snow globe. Just then, the ice beneath my feet suddenly cracked, and the bone-chilling lake water swallowed me whole. No matter how hard I struggled, the ice above felt like a wall of despair, sealing off every escape. Right when I was about to run out of air, with a whoosh, I shot forward along with the surrounding water, and suddenly found myself inside the school library. My classmates all stared wide-eyed at me, shock, trembling, before lowering my head and walking home. When I got home, my drunken father took one look at my sorry state. Instead of showing concern, he barked at me to kneel and scrub the floor. But the moment he opened his mouth, I lost control again and teleported right back to the library. It was then that I realized I seemed to have awakened an incredible superpower. From that day on, I secretly began training my teleportation. At first, I couldn't control the distance and often looked clumsy. But after many tries, I gradually learned to land precisely anywhere within my line of sight. Until one day, I was flipping through a magazine and saw the Empire State Building. A memory of my mom taking me there surfaced in my mind. And before I knew it, I had crossed thousands of miles and was standing on the top floor of the Empire State Building. I discovered that, as long as my heart truly desired a place, I could instantly travel there. When I was little, my mom had left because of my father's abuse. Ever since, I'd always dreamed of leaving that house for good and saying goodbye to my first love, the only beautiful memory I had in that small town. After arriving in New York, I rented a cheap room, but before long, I fell into financial trouble. Desperate, I thought of the fastest way to make money robbing a bank. I pretended to use the restroom and got the security guard to walk me past the vault. In the few seconds before the door closed, I burned every detail of the vault into my memory. That night, I focused on recalling the scene and actually teleported inside. By morning, my tiny room was buried in stacks of cash. For the first time in my life, I slept soundly, lying on a bed made of US dollars. Years later, thanks to my power, I was living in a luxury penthouse in downtown Manhattan at a young age, surrounded by rare cars and watches, and even kept a warehouse filled with currency from all over the world. By now, my teleportation skills were flawless. One moment I'd be surfing in the Pacific, the next I'd be sunbathing beside the Sphinx in Egypt, all with just a glance at a photo on my wall. I thought life would always be this carefree, until one day I came home. I noticed signs that my table had been tampered with. A stranger who called himself the director appeared before me, and in a cold voice told me he had been watching me ever since my very first bank robbery and had been hunting people like me, people known as jumpers.